Hello, this is Compounding Just Stock Guy, and today in this video I'm gonna try to catch you guys up with how effed up the Fed is. Basically, their repo markets are so corrupt. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell down below. Give me thumbs up. I do truly appreciate it. I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research, due diligence, and you like the investments you're pursuing. Alright, so I wrote some stuff in Rich's video on the FDA. No, it was a Cybertruck video. Because listen, not a lot of people know this. They think, oh, like lithium. Lithium is the major company for is a big metal that needs to be used in these electrical vehicles. But what people don't realize is there's a lot of nickel that gets used. So nickel is going to be high in demand if Tesla really takes off in the next 5 to 10 years. So I do own nickel positions with Share It. I don't say it's a great company to own necessarily, but I do own it. They do have a lot of nickel, and if the price of nickel goes up a lot, I think it's going to go up a lot. But I'm going to get into this more. I also own GGI as an exploration play. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Basically, these Fed, the central bankers, are so effing corrupt, you don't even freaking know. I mean, nobody fucking knows how corrupt they are because they keep a lot of that shit from themselves, you know? All this stuff, it's like, the repo, yeah, we're did $60 billion in repos today, where they're moving money around and bailing out companies and leaving the whole public blind. And yeah, if you don't believe in the US dollar, that's why you want to own precious metals, because that way you can keep your wealth when the dollar becomes worthless. So yeah, but I'll tell you what's up with they do this repo stuff, and all the effort do, it's like bad news goes out. What do? They hammer silver, gold. They hammer it. They hammer it. Don't fucking matter what the news is. It doesn't matter if there was only 2 ounces in the ground, and they would still be hammering it. They're just parasites. So they're doing it with nickel, okay? So I've been watching the infomine.com, and the nickel supply level is getting down very low. I mean, it's been lower before, but I mean, it was like 4 times higher in supply levels about 12 months ago or so, you know? I mean, the levels are down to around 60,000 tons. So, I mean, it's been down as like 5,000 tons or something, but that's like the lowest it's ever been. So, the nickel price should be going up, but instead, what does it do? It's down. For the year, the highest it's been is $18,000 a ton, and now it's down to about $14,000 a ton. So, but there's less nickel in the ground. But I'll tell you this is what I also said to Rich on his Cybertruck video. I was like, yeah, these fuckers are so parasites. They're so fucking corrupt. They have orgasms by hammering down these metals because they're the biggest jackasses in the world. JP Morgan, and they short the shit out of these on paper contracts, and there's not actual sufficient amounts of like silver to back up what they're shorting. but they can get away with it because they fucking run the exchange pretty much. So this is where it's all fucked up. The world's such a fucking goddamn monopoly. It's not even funny. And you know, I just get down because you got the FDA, you got this fucking central banks that repoing, then you got JP Morgan. It's like, it's non-stop at the ruthlessness against people in the micro caps and the small caps. It's so fucking retarded. But basically, they can't do this with rhodium. Okay, I did a video when rhodium was under 2,000 US dollars. Now it's $6,000 USD. I could have bought it when it was 650 and paid 875 USD because it's very rare and they use it in catalytic converters. But I didn't want to pay the premium, so I didn't buy like 1 or 2 ounces of it. But anyways, it's very rare, so there's no way that the central banks and JP Morgan can hammer it down. So the US dollar gets weaker and there's less trust, then the price of this can just skyrocket. And it's been skyrocketing in the last 12 months. But they can do that. They can hammer down platinum, they can hammer down silver, they can hammer down gold. But they just can't do that to the same, you know, they just can't do that with rhodium because it's just so rare. It's like 10 or 50 times rarer than gold, and you only find it in like South African mines in when you're looking for platinum and palladium. So you get it in like small amounts. But in these South African mines, there can be strikes. So then there's really a problem with supply levels. But they can do that with every fucking other metal. And until everybody that buying their metals on the paper contracts, then they put it in like a storage deposit or whatever, and they take care of it, the silver, then there won't be then there'll be a silver you know, a demand for it, a crazy demand that the supply just won't meet, and then it'll start running higher. So that's the same mentality that Bitcoin has, but Bitcoin doesn't have as much of the nasty, you know, to want to just takes down silver. And silver is very conductive for electricity. It's very good for solar panels, you know. In the future, it's going to be used for a lot of things. But, I mean, I'm getting this off my chest. But, I mean, if you want to get more coverage on this, a great person to watch for this is Greg Manarino. He makes lots of videos. I listen to a lot of them. He's my guru as far as understanding the central banks and the repos. As far as the cannabis space, I'm my own guru, because I can figure out anything I want to know about the industry pretty much. I mean, I'm not saying I know everything, and I love to have opinions from other people and learn from them, and you know, see what they're saying. But yeah, I mean, leave a comment down below, let me know what you're thinking. But I had to talk about this because I don't know, I just feel it, you know, I feel it in my veins. It's like, what the fuck? How the fuck can they take down nickel prices down below 15,000 a ton? Meanwhile, the supply, I do think it's gonna start pumping up. So a company to look into, but they're not precisely all nickel, is Vale. But they're the biggest nickel producer in the world. As that's what their website says. So I mean, it's like saying I'm the best soft drink or whatever. So I mean, maybe they're just lying. I mean, they're a Brazilian company, so who knows? I don't really understand how Brazilian companies operate, but I do know they are definitely a big conglomerate in the metal mining space. So yeah, I mean, I think there's a small dividend, probably like 1 or 2%, and they're trading around $12 or something. Low PE ratio, around under 20, I think. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna do a video about Zenabis, talking about where I see potentials that people aren't really looking into, and I just need to, you know, get it out there, you know, so the community understands what's up, because I do a lot of research and due diligence, and, you know, I mean, it's not really good just staying in my head. I need to share it with the people, so more people can understand what's going on. So anyways, if you like this video, give me thumbs up, share the video with friends and family, subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell for notifications, and until next time, peace, I'm out.